I front squatted 295 pounds on Monday. It was a new 1 rep max personal record. But how does it relate to you and marketing? So my previous personal record was 275 pounds on January 20th. In an 8-week cycle, my coaches expected like an extra 5 to 10 pounds. 280 or 285 pounds would have caused the room to celebrate me while I rang the bell. However, my difference was 20 pounds. 2 to 4x the expectation. For 8 weeks, my coaches combined skill training by focusing on the basics, building capacity by focusing on quality, and encouraging me every step of the way to fight through resistance. All of that preparation led to Monday, when everyone was going to put their score on the whiteboard. I was in my station adding more and more weight while encouraging my colleagues for their big win. This culture of celebrating others is infectious, and everybody is winning. My record had already been hit at 285 pounds without my realizing, because my coach was focused on the numbers and I was focused on doing the work. Honestly, I didn't know. He asked if I had one more in me, and I did, so I put on 10 more pounds. Again, not realizing I had already surpassed my previous record. I closed my eyes to visualize success while I took in a deep breath. Loaded the weight. It was heavy, y'all. Maybe a little bit too heavy. Thankfully, my wife and others were cheering me on while I was supporting more than my body weight. I kept my visualization at the forefront and pressed on through the struggle of almost wanting to drop the weight while I was almost at the ground. It would have been easy to give up, and I would have already had a new personal record. But I stood up, racked the 295-pound barbell, heard my coaches and colleagues cheer, and felt the rush of success. Maybe I yelled or grunted, I'm not sure. My primary coach asked if I knew how much weight I just front squatted. Nope, I said. He said 295 pounds. All the emotions and the 20-pound differential math got me pumped on my progress over the last 8 weeks. Showing up, doing the work, pushing through the pain, and surprising myself when it was time to put my score on the whiteboard. You might be thinking, good for you, Evan. Wait, how does this apply to marketing? What's on your marketing KPI scorecard that you're tracking right now? It could be ebook downloads, average order value, guest podcast appearances, ad spend, the return on that ad spend, cost per lead per channel, live events, new leads total, cost to acquire a customer, webinar signups, lifetime value of a customer, testimonials collected, phone calls scheduled, and unscheduled calls that get picked up. Right, Robbie Butler? This list could go on and on, especially when you get into all the details. Of course, you've got goals for some or all of these. And the hard part isn't just setting the goals, it's the focus and devoting resources to the basics, the quality, and encouragement that create enough resistance to make you stronger and knock out your goals. Most people pick numbers that they feel like is safe, or they focus on the wrong numbers that won't have the greatest impact, which leads to unmet expectations and frustration. I want to encourage you to set targets designed to stretch you and your business. Focus on the right things and build your capacity, and not just a checkbox. Comment your top marketing metric or metrics, and let's cheer each other on. Until next time, keep it simple, Saints.